And this is why I won't leave this alone. This has bigger implications than just Deion and just the sports world. It actually raises the question, particularly with black sports fans and with just black people. Do we have any interest in the truth? Any interest at all? Or do we just want to be lied to? We just want to be told what tickles our ear, what makes us feel good. Do we want to be ahead of the competition? Do we want to be smarter than our enemies? Do we want to be smart enough and informed enough to make rational decisions? Or do we just want to be lied to and told what we want to hear? Because all the people that say, oh, yeah, I'm pro-black and I want black progress. You can't be pro-black and want black progress if you want to be lied to. If you require everyone to lie to you. Because if someone tells you the truth, someone tries to put you ahead of the conversation, they're either racist or a sellout. Or, I love the one, and I get it all. You hate yourself, Jason. Because I criticize Deion? Because I tell you what's really going on? Maybe I do that because I actually love black people and want us ahead of the conversation and want us pursuing truth, pursuing values and modeling behavior that consistently leads to progress. Maybe there's a group of people that want black people completely uninformed and completely modeling behavior that leads to failure.
Yeah, Big JTV. This is not going to be a long video. As y'all heard from this idiot, let me make this perfectly clear. Why do I cover Jason Whitlock so much? First and foremost, it gets me views. I'm not going to lie to you. You guys are part of my audience. It gets me views. We have similar audiences, okay? So if you listen to Jason Whitlock, YouTube algorithm has recommended you to me. It is what it is. Let's just keep it a bean, right? But two, he is a great person to examine of what the current media landscape is, right? The society, or at least the media landscape, needs a person like Jason Whitlock in the world of not only sports, but politics. You need a black male on TV to denigrate and put down other black men, okay? And then you have the inverse as well. Well, the female version of him, which is Candace Owens. Now look, when Jason Whitlock constantly criticizes Deion Sanders, right? He mixes the truth with lies. So do I feel like Jason Whitlock genuinely likes black people? Absolutely. I agree with that. But do I feel that Jason Whitlock gets a check to criticize, overly go off on black people, right? To appease Glenn Beck and people who own the Blaze, because he works for the Blaze as an employee? Yes. Do I feel like Candace Owens loves black people and actually has good criticisms for blacks? Yes. Yes, she does. But does she work for the Daily Wire and is encouraged and almost, if not actually told, to denigrate blacks? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what a sellout is, okay? If you want to look up the definition of a sellout, it's an individual, right, who is compensated, right, to sell out who they really are and what their actual beliefs are. Look up the history of Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock, he even says on Fearless, he used to love the Nation of Islam. He used to be a big fan of Louis Farrakhan. He used to go to the Million Man March. That's who Jason Whitlock is, I believe, to his very core. That's who he is. Let me just keep it a bean. That's who he really is, right? Jason Whitlock has a lot of black friends. He hires a lot of black people. So within his actions, it's not only clear, it's obvious he's clearly pro-black, okay? But what he does for money, for a job, is to make money off denigrating and criticizing blacks. Point and case. Jimbo Fisher just got fired from Texas A&M for having a terrible record as a football coach. Is Jason Whitlock going to talk about that? Hell no. Jim Harbaugh has been cheating at Michigan, and he's the biggest story in college football right now after his 3-game suspension from being on the sideline. Is Jason Whitlock going to dedicate a whole show to him? No. What he's going to dedicate his whole show to is Deion Sanders. Why? Because Deion Sanders is the opposite of what he is. Deion Sanders is a successful, in shape, and in Jason Whitlock's case, that's a big thing, in shape, family black man who is confident in himself and is trying to lead young men and has successfully led multiple young men. Does Deion have his flaws? Is he arrogant? Is he maybe not the best football coach? Absolutely, yes. But for Jason Whitlock to focus so much on Deion Sanders and nitpick on every single issue that Deion has when literal $1 million coaches are getting fired, it shows his hypocrisy right now. Let me tell you, man, one of the second biggest stories in college football, man, was Mel Tucker getting, fired from Michigan State. Did Jason Whitlock even give 2 shows about that? No, I've done more YouTube videos about it than he has. Because let's keep it real. Jason Whitlock is a YouTuber. He's like me. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But this is the problem again and again and again. Jason Whitlock and his how can I say this? His group, they might really love black people, which I believe, but they denigrate and disrespect black people for the check. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, what we call a sellout. But anyways, man, y'all check out the videos on the end screen. Let me know what y'all think. It's Big J TV. Like, comment, sub. I'm out, G.